संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। Now the second chapter of this mind of cells is the other state. So long as we are in this ordinary state of consciousness, experiencing and suffering the life of time and the life of mortality. Now we are going to the other state, other than our prevalent consciousness that we have seen. The third chapter, the title given by Satprem, is the next reign. So next reign is not other state. Next reign is the next step. Next reign is the next millennium. Next reign is the next age. We were living in one slot of time, that is the one age where we have experienced and we have been experiencing since so many previous births. The human body is liable to be given up. The power, the Shakti, the centrally located consciousness, that is the representative consciousness of the Supreme, is compelled one way or the other to give up the body. That was the prevalent state. To give up the instrument, that is the also consciousness, but on one particular mode of consciousness, one particular form of consciousness. Evolution at this stage has offered us the human format, which is a materialized consciousness at its own level, the level of matter. Matter is a materialized consciousness. Matter left to itself is not exclusively matter, it appears to be as inert, as immobile, as static, as inanimate. Virtually, it is the activity or the activization, the force which is apparently made available to us as active force. External form of that active force is activity. But the activity being so conducted, so launched, so laid is because of the active force within it. That force is not seen, but matter is made mobile. Force we cannot detect, but the consequences of the force are made available to us, to our senses. And to us means what? To our mind. Mind is the evolved state of consciousness, where evolved form is also given to mind to get itself located into it. So that evolved form for mind given for its right appropriate use, like swadharma, makes the instrument a human matter. Ordinary, inanimate, apparently inert matter that was cosmic formation of the consciousness at the time of the existence of this earth. And evolution started after earth being so emerged from the superconscient, from the transcendental consciousness, from the ekameva dvitiyam, from ekoham bahushyama. And inert matter came into existence as cosmos. It is the superconscient that became the cosmos. So, it is the superconscient that became the human matter. It is the superconscient that became the mind. It is the superconscient that became the psychic. The fundamental stuff, quantum of quality, is divinity. Fundamental quantum of quality is divinity. And the fundamental quantum of quality is superconscious, Sri Aurobindo says. It is Paratpar, which is beyond Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. That is Paratpar. In Sanskrit, word is most appropriately used. There is no equivalent to Paratpar in English language. The state of consciousness at that level is beyond Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. Paraprakriti is Satchidananda and Aparaprakriti is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So it is beyond Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. Means though Paraprakriti is hidden into it, Aparaprakriti is also hidden into it, but the divinity in it is so powerful, so commanding, so concrete that Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti does not either manifest. When divine wills, it is the Paraprakriti that executes itself, or Aparaprakriti also can execute itself at its own level. So it is the divine will, ekoham bahushyama, that prevails. It does not mean that it prevails before existence. It prevails after existence. It prevails after certain stages of evolution took place on the earth. Also, it prevails upon this existence. So, what will be the next reign? Whose reign is going to take place hereafter? That is the difference between other state, and the next ray, whose active command is to be understood, whose active command is to be registered, and whose active command is to be taken cognizance of. And with what instrument we can take cognizance of this new commander, new commanding force, new cause? This is next reign. Matter, that is physical being. Vital, hidden energy, that is vital being. Mental, hidden but subtle, but more powerful. Level of consciousness working on matter, with matter, for matter, causing evolution to the matter, is mental being. But still, next reign is there. Next reign is there. It is not the ultimate reign, that is the reign of matter in the form of mind. In the form of mind. Mind is still matter. Vital is still matter. Physicality is still matter. We can experience physicality to be matter. We don't experience vital to be matter. And we never experience up till now, for the first time it is so exposed, that mind is also matter. Sri Aurobindo says that it is mind that is not only matter, but something beyond mind. Now mind reigns, now mind rules, now mind commands, now mind is the final and ultimate authority over the existence. That is the common experience, but it appears to be ruling power, but still it doesn't rule. There is something still superior to mind, even in this inert matter, even in the vital matter, even in the mental matter. There is the superconscient that is hidden. But now next reign, the time has come. The new time will emerge. Along with that, new space also will emerge. New space also will emerge. It means new matter will emerge. As everything is derived from the superconscient, everything will derived from the matter here in the world of relativity. So the matter, this inert matter, will derive something that is matter, something that is beyond matter. So what is something that is beyond matter? Mind is beyond matter. We could not see the materiality in our mind. It is subtle, intangible, word and intangible in Savitri and in Life Divine used by Sri Aurobindo. Matter at this level, at the level of mind, is intangible. We cannot captivate. We cannot chanchalam mana Krishna. Lord, if you are almighty, do one thing. Instead of giving a long interpretation of what is to be done and what is not to be done in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, you just make my mind silent. Then my all problems will be over. Only one problem, chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Intangible matter. It is matter, but in order to make our inert matter, human matter, mind is given to us. So what will be the next reign? What will be the next millennium? A new matter will arise from your original matter, which can use your mind to be the instrument. Mind is not the ultimate matter. Mind is not the supreme authority. The supreme authority, the superior authority is still lying into the matter. that has to be awakened. And when that awakened new matter, awakened new spirit, awakened new superconscient at the level of this existence, at the level of this relativity, will start ruling over existence, at that time mind will have to succumb to it. Mind will have to surrender to it. Mind will be the topmost peak of the instrument, but is instrument. Mind is not the master. Mind is the topmost peak of the instrument, but it is still instrument, is the truth that is to be brought out from the inconscient. Inconscient is also superconscient. Inert matter is also superconscient. Ashwinbhai Purani drew a divine plan there in Pondicherry as the essence of life divine and as the symbolic essence of Savitri. To get both modes of Sri Aurobindo's vision into diagram, as Leonardo da Vinci used to draw in the previous birth. Ashwinbhai Purani on behalf of Sri Aurobindo drew divine plan and presented it to Sri Aurobindo for his approval. What I could understand in Savitri, what I could understand in Life Divine, what I could understand while conversing with you, while talking to you, while asking you, while entertaining your discussions in the evening talks, what I could understand, I tried to draw it on paper. Sri Aurobindo liked it because it was his own activities, it was his own hobby, it was his own conscious expression in the previous birth. Research of Leonardo da Vinci, almost all researches of Leonardo da Vinci were diagrammatically presented. 17,000 diagrams were drawn by Vinci in that birth. So the tendency of that sort of mode of presentation is still hidden in Sri Aurobindo's psychic. So he approved immediately. There Ashwinbhai Purani has drawn inconscient is the base of the matter, but conscient is there, and that is why it's not mere tamas, it's not mere darkness, it is not Nought, it is aught hidden. Aught is hidden. So matter also contains Aught, hidden divinity. Vital also contains hidden divinity. Mental also contains hidden divinity, unless and until, Arjun, you get your hidden divinity of your mind, you can not make your mind silent. You will have to awaken the same divinity in your mind. Then there will be fire, there will be breeze, there will be light. So where does that light lie? Mamekam saranam vraja. You still go on finding out the next rain beyond mind. There is a rain beyond mind. There is a reality still hidden beyond mind, but of the same stuff, of the same consciousness, of the same essence. Substance is the same, and that is why they are all well integrated in your body. Body itself is a greater diagram. Body itself is a greater diagram. You just try to find it out. But mind deceives. Mind at the level of mind, mind at the level of mentality, mind at the level of physical mind, desire mind, reasoning mind. Our apparent mind, as psychology approves, Existence of mind is being approved as taken for granted as reality by psychologists, and psychology is a science of mind. Physics is a science of matter. Biology is a science of anatomy. But still there is next reign. What will science do there? What will be the science of the next reign? The science of the next reign is beyond Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. Is science of the stuff which is uncontrollable by Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti, but is a controller of Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. Aparaprakriti here on the earth also is controlled by that substance, that essence, and Paraprakriti at the level of the supreme, at the level of superconscient, is also controlled by the essence of superconscient itself, that is divinity. So what will be the next reign? Next reign will be something beyond mind. And we'll have to accept body to be the instrument. It's all layers of layers also to be the part and parcel of the instrument, and mind is also to be accepted as highest peak of this Prakriti, but instrument. Something which is not even as harmonious as a tree. What type of mind it is? It's not harmonious. It reacts. It doesn't accept. It has got attachment, it has got ignorance, it has got ego, it has got conditioning, it has got reaction. So what is the solution to make this mind converted into its ideal state for which it is given to the matter? Why that stage of evolution is given to the materialized evolution as existence? What is the purpose? The purpose is to control the evolving matter in the instrument. We are human beings, so we want mind to be at this level located that it can control our human matter. Prior to and before evolution, that energy was granted and given to the matter which can bring out the presence of superconscient, the quality of superconscient, the quality of divinity from it. That becomes evolution. And that became also evolution at that time. And now that evolution is continuously going on. Now what is to be derived from our mental mind? What is to be derived from our mind at this level? Mind is not the commander nor the controller. It is the part and parcel of the instrument, but at its highest level. So something is yet to be derived from the mind. What is to be derived from the mind? The answer which was hidden by Lord Krishna, the then before 5,000 years, the same Lord Krishna, as Sri Aurobindo, answered this question not only for one Arjun, for the entire galaxy of Arjun, entire galaxy of surrendered disciple, entire galaxy of the people lives who are ready to receive it. So what is to be searched out? If mind could stay in human body, if divinity could stay in the inert matter, though it is beyond it, but still it lies in it, is to be found out, is to be brought to the forefront. Now what is to be brought to the forefront at this level? Satprem is a representative of humanity to receive direct experience of the mother first hand. But it is a message for all of us, those who are awakened, those who are enlightened. And something which is not even as harmonious as a tree in us, though we are human beings, this is direct mother's quotation. It is from mother's quotation directly. Mother says to Satprem, something, what I used word something, we have discussed what is something, what is that. Something which is not even as harmonious as a tree or a flower, not even as quiet as a stone. Stone is a matter, divinity is hidden into it. Flower is a matter, divinity is hidden into it. Tree is a matter, divinity is hidden into it. Man is a matter, divinity is hidden into it. Nor as strong as an animal, though stone is not as strong as animal. Dinosaurs, elephant, they are the animals, but divinity is still hidden into them. Human body is not so strong as animal. Human body is not so strong as mountain or as river or as stone, but still, as it reached that matter of human body, as it reached up till now, the new reign, the new stage, the new time of humanity, that from animal, from inert matter, from inanimate matter, matter got the form of animation. Matter got the form of living reality. Matter got the form of mobile matter, moving matter, matter with velocity. That is human matter. Now what will be the next reign after this entity, where mind is at the peak? In Prakriti, in our human Prakriti, mind is at the peak. But at present, mind is to be explored. The peak of this matter as human matter given to us is to be searched out. And if mind as matter is to be searched out, we'll definitely go to the next reign. Because we are supposed to search out the harmony which is there in trees, flowers, even in animals and even in stone. That harmony is still there lying in the mind, and that has to be searched out. Can our mind not be the harmonious mind? And what is harmonious mind? Concentrated mind, keeping one point to be its own target instead of deviating here, there and everywhere. That is chanchalta. Mind is to be made concentrated, but mind has got this capacity to be concentrated because divinity is still hidden into it. Not even something which is a real downfall. Mind loses its connectivity with the divinity hidden within is downfall. We lose our control, at that time we fall down on the earth. We lose our equilibrium, we fall down on the earth. We lose our balance, we fall down on the earth. Our mind has lost its own equilibrium and balance. That is harmony. If it is kept in balance, if it is kept in harmony, if it is kept in quietude, if it is kept in integrality, then mind can be the genuine instrument because it is the Prakriti. It is the peak of the Prakriti. Something which is real downfall, that is really human inferiority. this mind is real human inferiority. We are not divine unless and until we bring out divine from within. Because our divinity is hidden. Mind is not divinity, no doubt. Mind is divinity, but it is also the highest stage of the hidden divinity. Exclusive divinity is to be brought out, exclusive divinity is to be realized, exclusive divinity to be brought to the forefront. That exclusive divinity hidden in our body at all different levels has to be given the power to command and power to control. That will be our next reign. Practically speaking, time of animality is over, time of materiality is over, time of mentality is over, time of psychicality starts, and it is the time of psychicality that is our next reign. Sri Aurobindo repeatedly said, be simple, be simple. And as he uttered those words, it was as if a very simple path of light opened up. Yesterday also, simplicity we discussed, but simplicity is harmony. Simplicity is integrality. Simplicity is not reactionary. Simplicity is the spirit of surrender put into action. Simplicity is a spirit of surrender put into action. That simplicity we should develop with the help of our mind as instrument, then mind surrendering to the hidden reality, hidden divinity will be the right and appropriate, perfect instrument. Then it will have its own U-turn to ascend. Then it will come up and it will have its own ascent. So, to enter into the next reign of psychicality, psychology of mind will have to be surrendered to the psychic intimations. Mind has to receive messages from psychic directly, and that was the adesh given by Lord Krishna to Sri Aurobindo, giving up politics and everything and to go to Pondicherry. That is the very first psychic operation, psychic activization, psychic intimation. And Sri Aurobindo accepted to go to Pondicherry, receiving the adesh from within. And as Sri Aurobindo reached Pondicherry, what we have achieved from migration of Sri Aurobindo from India to Pondicherry. This is psychic. That new reign is to be started now. Light, this is the way of light opened for all of us. As it was the road of light opened for Sri Aurobindo under the patronization of Lord Krishna, now this is the way of light, that is sunlit path. Can you imagine? Very well. It's very naturally one can imagine that sunlight at present is the highest light. Is the highest light. No deterioration, no deviation, no wastage, nothing as such we can see in the sun. Sun was shining before millenniums together. Now also it is shining. It is eternity. It is infinity. At present, visible to us. That eternity is visible to us. The light of the sun is visible to us, is Gayatri. Light of the sun visible to us is Savitri. And the genuine Savitri or genuine Gayatri is beyond that light. The source of that light is the Supreme, is superconscient. So Gayatri is superconscient, Savitri is superconscient, Varam Rupam Jyoti. And this path is to be experienced with the means of our mind on this earth provided we search it out, if our search is directed to find out the next rain. Next rain is the rain of psychicality. Because that Varam Rupam Jyoti, that path of light, is hidden within us. That is the essence of the mind of selves. Mind, apparent mind, is not to be searched out. Apparent mind is employed as an instrument to find out the genuine mind that lies in the self. That is our originality. But it is harmonious. It's not reactionary. If you be simple, Sri Aurobindo says, be simple, be simple, be simple. Simplicity means what? Mind is also not to be negated. Vital is also not to be negated. Physicality is also not to be negated. Let us have perfect integrality in all different states being launched in our one being under the patronization and captainship of psychic. Try to find out psychic on the strength of this internal integrity and internal harmony. That will be the new reign. It's strange. All the complications seem to stem from here, but it is strange. All the complications are arising from here. Either vital starts ruling, either many a times mental starts ruling, and many a times inertia of our body also starts ruling. Because what? Because we are not aware of this internal integrality. If we can find out integrality, then we can overcome these complications. So we are competent to command, control, and to eradicate all such deviations and complications is our simplicity. See what you are, see what is, see objectively anything and everything. Just root out subjectivity. I believe, I know, I am. Just rule out this subjectivity. Have only objectivity. Then you can understand, because you are simple. You are instrument. Technology works objectively. Mechanism works objectively. Nature also works objectively. Why your nature doesn't work objectively? What makes it subjective? What makes our instrument subjective? What creates I as our individual identity, ruling out the identity of the Supreme that is within us? That will be the next ring. Everything was complicated and difficult to adjust. But when he said, be simple, Mother quotes Sri Aurobindo. When Sri Aurobindo says, be simple, it was like a light coming from the eyes. It was just like a light coming from the eyes. And we can physically see the light coming from the eyes. And that is why everything we can see is full of light. Everything is made visible to us because of our light working within our eyes. Without light, eyes cannot work. Even Gnanendriya and Karmendriya as such, without light can't work. How can we live without light within us? That light within us will be the ruler, and that will be the next reign. Difficult to adjust, but when he said, be simple, it was like a light coming from the eyes, like that. Mother says, like that. As light comes from the eyes, cannot that light come from the matter? Cannot that light come from our cells? Cannot that light come from our muscles, nerves, from our organs? Don't entertain and indulge into complications. Be simple. as if all of a sudden you were entering a garden of light. You will enter into a garden of light objectively. If you are objective, then you feel yourself to be entering into a garden. Our body is a garden. Entire world is a garden. Entire existence is a garden. Multitude, infinitude and beautitude. Garden is a piece of beauty. Garden is a piece of beauty. Though on the base of the matter itself, it is a soil, but it can be converted into garden. Varieties are there. Varieties of beauties are there. Then why varieties of divinity are not there? Varieties of divinity is our world, and varieties of divinity is our body. So variety of divinity is there in our cell. Light is in our cell. Light is in our body. Light is in our vital. Light is in our physical, and light is in our mental being too. Let us have the harmony. She is a golden fire. She is a golden bridge and a wonderful fire. What does fire indicate? Fire indicates the light. This is apparent light, sensible light, touchable light, touchable light. That is fire. Prakriti. She is a golden bridge and a wonderful fire. How bridge and fire are assimilated with one another. So psychic is a golden bridge and a wonderful fire between supreme and the human. That will be our next reign. Mother says, when I see him or hear him, whom? Satprem? Sri Aurobindo's supramental body. When I see him or hear him, it's like a stream of golden light. It's like a stream of golden light. I can see the stream of the golden light. And that golden light is made available to the entire humanity in the name of supramental. Sri Aurobindo is a supramentalized center, supramentalized portal. Individual Sri Aurobindo's body is a supramentalized portal and supramentalized center, but the flow of supramental is just flowing on the entire existence. Stream of golden light, like a sweet smelling garden. Everything, absolutely everything opens up. Everything opens up because of the supramental on this earth. Can you imagine? We people sitting in this one room isolatedly, talking about something that is the word directly coming from the superconscient. Language is human. Transcription is human. Matter is used for divine to manifest here in the form of words, in the form of message. But it is truth. It is only light can manifest as truth in this existence. It is only light that can manifest as truth. There is no truth elsewhere excepting in the light. Light is the form of truth, and truth is the essence of light. Everything, absolutely everything opens up. Be simple. Mother says third time to Satprem. Be simple. Be harmonious. Be instrumental. Be surrendered. And I know what it means, what he means, and I know what he means. Sri Aurobindo says, be simple. And Mother says, I know what he means. Do not allow that thinking process. See that. Do not allow that thinking process. Don't allow your mind to interfere in your simplicity. The stage of simplicity you are made to arrive. Don't get it disturbed. with your own mind. And clear cut mother says, thinking process is a meddling activity in the march of psychic to come to the forefront. Thinking process, and I know what he means, do not allow that thinking process is to be simple. We should not allow our thinking process to disturb our psychic emergence. Psychic is every time, every moment emerging, we should not disturb it. Which rationalizes. What does it do? Thinking process rationalizes, organizes, orders, and judges to step in. This is our thinking process. We are subjectively analyzing anything and everything around us is thinking process. But if we stop it, then our sight will be objective instead of subjective. Our receptivity will be objective without being subjective. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that type of subjectivity. Be objective. Be simple. What he calls simple is, now mother concludes, the true connotation of simplicity. What he calls simple is a spontaneous joy in action. Spontaneous joy in action, expression, movement, and life. See the ultimate truth. Is a spontaneous joy, Paramananda. Joy is not mere anand, it's bliss. Is a spontaneous joy in action, expression. What is joy in action is the same joy in expression and is the same joy in movement and life. In other words, to rediscover in this evolving life this state of spontaneous happiness he called divine. This is divine. This is divinity, and we people are to search it out. Now today I think this is enough. Jai Mataji.